Welcome friends to this episode of CNS Viewpoint. Just like every day at 5 p.m. India time, we are back again with our thoughts on some issue that is, made us think today. And that is the news which we making a decision that it will construct the velodrome, cycle racing track in Lucknow city. And that made me think because as you perhaps might have observed that I cycle. And I been using cycles since 2014, and so I just wanted to say that my own experience, the roads of Lucknow for public transport, using cycle are not safe. I mean, in terms of safety, we need to do making roads safer for cycling, for walking. We need to do a much more than what we have currently done. Actually, we have not kept cyclists or needs and specific needs of people who cycle, different people who cycle, including those who are disabled and who use a cycle vehicle to commute. We have not kept them in mind while even designing the road. Forget about making those existing roads safer. We have not kept, barring very few cycle tracks, which are because of the previous state government of Samajwadi Party led by Akhilesh Yadav ji. I don't think there is any effort towards making roads safer for cyclists. You can also see the existing cycle tracks being used as motorcycle parking space, as some shops have made increments, water logging or other kind of things are happening in those cycle tracks. Several times I see people resting in those cycle tracks, including if you look at the cycle track close to the governor's house, you will find a lot of police people taking shelter or using the cycle track in the sense that they are probably stationed there, and so that is probably a safer place for them to sit or to be stationed at or to work from. So I mean, there is a range of we have not really used cycle track the way it should have been used, and we have not really, first of all, we have not even built cycle tracks enough in Lucknow city. We have not barely done any effort to make Lucknow safer for people who use cycle on daily basis. And on another hand, we are making decisions like going to construct a velodrome for cycle racing track for those who indulge in cycle racing. Obviously, these are either sports people or people who can afford those kind of very expensive bikes or cycles which are used for cycle racing. Of course I am all out for support and making infrastructure friendlier for different sports people, but at the same time I will have to say that we need to make roads safer as a top priority, much higher level of priority than what we are giving to velodrome and elite cyclists, what I will call elite cyclists. So it is important that those people who use cycle as a mode of commuting should find roads safer. We should make roads so safe and convenient for people to cycle that even people who use motor vehicles should think of opting for cycling, walking, or using public transport, because all of these three are so much more convenient and comfortable and affordable and so much accessible that there is no need for people to spend money, hard-earned money of their savings, or take bank loans to finance such expensive rich cars. Such policies will also go in favor of addressing to the climate challenge, to which government of India has already made commitments that it is going to save the environment. But if we keep pushing, making policies and decisions which spend money on things which are going to further pollute our environment, I don't think we will be able to meet several goals. Not only we will fail to provide safe commuting, safe public transport, which is a right of our people, but also we will fail to provide safe space for people to cycle or walk, be stay healthy, and or for example we will also fail to save the environment, save our planet, and there is no planet B, friends. So let us hope that of course sports facilities come up, but before we talk of sports, let us talk of very basic infrastructure stuff, and that is about making roads safer. No one needs to die in a road traffic accident, and India is home to world's highest level of road accident deaths in the whole world. So about more than 150,000 people die in road traffic accidents every year, and each of these lives could have been saved. And as we know, as per the India's last census in 2011, only 2.7% of people commuted using cars, and many times more used cycle, all more than 13%, and other means of commuting. So why is that we keep car-centric mindset when we are thinking of road policy, when we are thinking of road design, when we are constructing roads, and when we are talking about road safety, and also when we are making decisions like velodrome or not? Because is velodrome more important, or making roads safer for every cyclist more important? So choice is ours, friends, because this is a democracy of the people, by the people, for the people. So remember this: the priorities, the decisions which our governments are making should be in the interest of all the people, and not only about big industries. So with these words, let me conclude today's CNS Viewpoint, and tomorrow again at 5 p.m. we will be back to share our thoughts about another issue. So see you then, and stay safe.